my name is Alejandra, and I'm a museum educator at the Art Institute of Chicago. Today, we will be looking together at a work of art from our collection. When we look at art, we always start with observations. Let's begin our exploration of this artwork by looking at it closely and quietly for a few moments. Let your eye move all around the artwork. See if you can notice at least 3 things. Think about what's grabbing your attention. What do you think is happening in this scene? What do you see that makes you think that? This artwork is titled Woman About to Write a Poem by the artist Yashima Gakute. This type of object is called a woodblock print, where the artist carved the design you see on a piece of wood, carefully coated it with colorful inks, and transferred the design to this piece of paper you see by pressing the paper onto the wood. This woodblock print was made in Japan in 1824. Now that we know some background information, let's look again at this work of art and look for clues that tell us she's writing a poem. We can see the woman holds a writing utensil in her hand. In this case, it is likely a brush. Next to her, we see stacks of paper and a long piece of paper in her hand where she will be writing her poem. On the floor at the bottom left, we see an inkstone. In this stone, the woman would have taken a stick of hardened ink and mixed it with water to create a small pool of ink in which she would dip her brush to begin writing. On the top of the artwork, we see some Japanese characters written against the gold backdrop, forming poems. One of the poems describes the beauty of poetry and reads, "Even the sound of the song bellowed by a frog who lives in a well is somehow transformed when inscribed on a poem card." Although it is hard to tell exactly what kind of poem she is about to write, we do know that at this time, a popular form of poetry in Japan was called a haiku. The basic form of a haiku poem includes 17 syllables, the individual sounds that make up a word, broken down into a 5-7-5 pattern over 3 lines of verse. If this is hard to imagine, take a look at this diagram. On the left, I have broken down the structure of a haiku poem. On the first line, you will see words with sounds adding up to 5 syllables. On the second line, there are words with sounds adding up to 7 syllables. On the last line, you will have 5 syllables again. Let's read through it together, and I like to count syllables by clapping. 5 syllables here. 7 more syllables here. Are you happy now? We have another example without the syllables noted. Let's read it together and count again by clapping. Haiku are easy, but sometimes they don't make sense. Refrigerator. Although haiku poetry originated in Japan, it is created by poets all around the world today. Haiku poets often write new poems daily to respond to the ever-changing world around them. Let's take inspiration from this woman in the artwork and create our own haiku poems. To craft your own haiku, begin by creating a word bank with 5 words that describe what you are noticing in your world today. Use 1 or more of those words to inspire and structure your poem. Try to keep things simple by using the present tense and avoiding similes, metaphors, or fancy adjectives. And remember, it can be as silly or serious as you choose. Thank you so much for joining me in exploring this wonderful work of art from our Arts of Asia collection. You can view this artwork at any time through our website, and you can check to see if it's on display the next time you visit the museum in person. Good luck creating your haiku poems, and I hope to see you again soon.